This is alder wood. Just wood incense, as it were. Anyway, hello. I have been playing with the fossils all morning, and it's been a trip. We are doing... This is such a different thing for me, I guess, you know, as it would be. You know, doing divination with 500 million-year-old sea creatures. But we're exploring different ways of doing that. And so what I've been doing is sort of, I have them in a bag today, and instead of just tossing them, I'm going to see which ones want to come into my hand. And I've been doing that a lot this morning, and it's been working ridiculously well. So we're going to do that for the collective this morning. Morning? Is it still morning? Is it afternoon? I don't even know anymore. I'm in fossil world. But if this is something you want to receive, just, you know, verbally say yes or nod. Take a deep breath and just open your heart. Breathe into your heart space. And relax, and we'll see what we want to say. Ooh, we've got, oh my goodness. Wow. All right. So we have a situation where we're in a place of really needing to go within to sort of get through. We're going within. We're looking at healing ourselves. It's internal changes, although there are external changes that are happening that have been sort of the impetus for this. We've got community is kind of a mess. Things have fallen apart around us. Things are changing. Things are transforming. And, you know, there's something to be said here about resisting that change. And you feel very resistant as a collective, blah, 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 to the change happening. So, a little holding on to other things. So I think what you're doing right now is actually, ooh, I'm going to grab you because I feel that. What you're doing right now is going within to figure out why it is you're resisting transforming or changing. Like what it is that you're resisting with that. You're trying to ground yourself. Be stable. I feel a lot. This is earth energy. So this is just a lot of earth energy. We're seeing some holes in our plan. We've been having boundary issues. That I feel like is really underneath the grounding. There is, it's like a struggle not to cross boundaries, or I feel like there's a lot of emotional turmoil tied up in this. We've got these two. So this is like the sun. We've got this little acorn who is just, I mean, it's a full acorn. He's just kind of a little small. He's a grower, not a shower, apparently. So the sun, you know, this sun, which is actually a piece of quartz, technically it's chalcedony, agatized brachiopod. There's golden veins running all through this that are just absolutely gorgeous. So this sun, it's like a brilliance. It is a light, and I'm not seeing this glow, and there is, it's like needing to grow. It's time to grow. And we feel kind of stunted. Like we haven't quite found our footing or our home or our community or the place we want to be. Tell me more about that. Okay, cool. We'll grab some rocks then. I swear, the Gargoyle confirmation has been ridiculous this year. Yeah, see, we're guarding our heart right now. We've got some issues. There's heart healing happening. but we're guarding our heart. And honestly, with that, there is so much transformation happening. This is like, so this is the volcanic rock, and this is the one that's heated and stretched, and as it cools, it makes these beautiful shiny mica pockets. So this is saying that it is, you know, transformation doesn't necessarily feel good, you know? I mean, when you're diving into the fire to rise out of the flames, transformed, like, ouch, that hurts. Burny, right? Like, I have to completely deconstruct. But we're gonna pause for a second. It is burning. It is burning, but you know, this is the analogy that's popped into my head. So imagine you had to grow your, you know, you grew your hair out for years, and it was really super long, and then you found out you had cancer, and so before you started chemo, you shaved your head and donated your hair because it was all beautiful and virgin, but you lost all of that. And there's a grief that comes along with that. It's not like something beautiful wasn't created out of those ashes, and there wasn't beauty in what is being burned up and left behind, you know, and that almost art in itself, that deconstruction and reconstruction of things of your life. And the bridge here over this protected heart, oh my goodness, is really about emotional depths. And this guy, you know, the thing about when you really plunge down deep underneath, we're talking like cups energy, water energy here. So, you know, let's go down to the bottom of the Mariana Trench for a minute. You know, let's go down, way down there. There is life down there. There's light down there, and it's created by the life itself. It is so beautiful. Like, put pressure. I mean, there's a lot of pressure. You know, the thing is, too, like, there are things that are deep in there that are so beautiful, that simply cannot see the light of day sometimes because, well, you pull them out that far and the pressure change, like, turns them into, like, jello, and they just can't live that way. So, you know, some things are better being where they are. You visit them, you commune with them, you find the light within that darkness, and you come out of that. And there are a lot of hidden things here. We've got the moon. I see an eclipse here. There's something that happened right around the eclipse earlier this year that was significant for you. Right around the eclipse that happened, solar eclipse. A significant shift, change. And I feel something. This is where we're trying to plumb those emotional depths. This is where we're trying to transform. Our heart's really guarded right now. We're trying to keep. You know, there's a lot of transformation happening here. And it's like you're trying to keep your walls around you while this is happening. And I don't know if it's a sense of shame or just like feels like that's what you have to do, but it isn't. Look at that. We've got the other heart there. Like, oh, it's opening your heart. Really, what the bridge is here between like the hard transformation and finding the ability to be like the deep sea submarine that doesn't explode and kill people. Just be that sort of deep sea creature that can go deep, way down to the bottom of the Mariana Trench and get to talk to the amazing, brilliant, deeply wise ancient creatures down there, right? And see that light. That is a gift. That deep wisdom, being able to access that. And it's also kind of a burden, you know, but when you figure out how it is a gift and how to open your heart, and that's the key. That's really the bridge here, is opening your heart and understanding that you don't have to do this alone. It's the sun. This is more than a sun energy, though. There's two here, right? This is like, this is a partnership energy. This is a crystallization of unconditional love. Here we are again. So this is a stromatolite anyway. There's those little wavy lines on here, and it's also got this little quartz thing that's coming out of it. Like that's all chalcedony quartz. But what this is like sort of, there's a fear and a worry, and it's like bleeding out of one's heart, you know. There's a fear and a worry about this stuff spilling out, about what's within, about the truth of what's within. But we have this beautiful sort of spilling out, this light, this quartz. I need to get like a little pen light so I can light these up and show you all. I wonder if I can do it with this. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think that works. That's the black light. It just doesn't work quite so well. Anyway, when we let that out, there's so much water happening here. There's fire, there's transformation, there's water, there's heart. This is heart, these are emotional depths. This is really trying to ground into our truth here and release and transform. You know, we are trying to transmute through here. Open your heart and know you don't have to do it alone, and you don't have to hide yourself until some indeterminate point as to when you suddenly feel okay. That's not going to happen. It all happens at the same time, and it is hard to let go of. We've got two sun energies here. We've got, you know, this one that is now dim, and there is some sorrow around letting go of that and how it all fell apart. But we have this one up here, which is just this beautiful crystallization of fire energy. And we've got the pyramid here, this geode that is just utter fire creation, creativity, making something incredibly brilliant through a partnership. And it's like stepping over this threshold, and really finding peace with somebody else. This is the sort of like, we have very good communication versus like we're not really on the same page. So this is like being on the same page with somebody, seeing eye to eye, seeing the truth, communicating well. There's gentleness. This guy keeps coming out, that deer toe. There's gentleness needed. We've got certainly worry and anxiety, don't we all? It's hard to like, you know, practice letting that heart open up for a little bits at a time, you know, gradually, and not just to give, but also to receive. Little horn coral, solitary corals. We always think about corals being communal. Lots of rugose corals way back, and these are not communal corals, but they all existed. And so it talks about knowing that you may be a little different. You know, you may be a little different, and you may not be one who needs a giant community, but more a smaller partnership, a smaller circle, a tighter circle, greater focus, greater ability to focus. Any last advice? This horn coral. I love those horn corals. You know, it looks like a cornucopia to me, but it is a horn coral, so take it as it resonates. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Wow. We get the pork chop here, so the meat of it, right, is the gentleness is needed, right? We know things need to be more gentle and slow and more careful. There's some There's some inner demons that we need to face, and this is really where the gentleness comes into play. When we dive down, you know, there is light down there. There are some inner demons as well. But our ability to sit with them and walk with them is precious, and learn from them is precious, and is a very precious gift. This is like a treasure. There is a treasure hidden underneath all of that. There is a treasure hidden underneath all of that. These are crinoid. Represents both the energy of creation. So, you know, that, think of it like that. I hate the word masculine. It is the action. It is the doing. It is the making. It is the flaming wand. It is a very powerful energy. And then there is this one, which is this is the transgender version of that. There's a really beautiful balance happening here, and I have the penguin stone, which is sort of also, it can be an answer stone, but it's also about, it's the black and white, right? And it's just that they both exist together. I mean, and the answer is yes, if you were wondering. So be gentle with yourself and trust that, yes, this will work out for your highest good, because the divine is watching. That's the eye of God right there. Because the divine is watching over this. This is divinely guided. It seems so far off, but it is closer than you think. It's always connecting you. I hope that helped. Enjoy your fossil reading. Fossil bones. Love you. Bye.